What's the deal, man? It's your boy Rsonist representing the Heatmakerz, half of them platinum boys. You already know what it is, man. BX in the building. Y'all checking out Just Beats DVD. I was a DJ in college. Like, I was a DJ. I was holding down like 4 clubs. You know, like, in college, I was getting like, shit, maybe about like $150 a party. I was doing like 3-4 parties a week. To me, that was good. You know what I'm saying? But then when I came up here and, first person I ever met was Fat Joe. I played some beats with Fat Joe, and, you know, he was like, he liked one of them, but he wasn't on it like that. He was like, yo, it's cool. He's like, once y'all get your stuff together, you can make like 5,000 a beat. You already know, 5,000 a beat to me was like, I'd have had to DJ for like 6 months to get that popping. When we first met him, basically what it was, we gave Cam's manager at the time was Renee McLean, gave him a CD. And Renee called back, was like, yo, you know, Cam like 6 out of 10 beats on that CD. So I'm bugging. I'm like, you know, before, besides Cannabis, we ain't never sold nothing. So I'm like, I was in North Carolina at the time. I was working on this underground album, like some of my people's joint. So we came back, met up with Cam, was in the studio. We really tracked out 6 out of 10 joints. You know, we didn't get paid on the spot because he didn't have his deal locked in with Def Jam yet. So when he got the deal locked in with Def Jam, everything was smooth sailing. We was signed to Diplomats for a year and a half as far as producing goes. You know, the first album came out, we got our money, everything was good, and you know, like everything been good. I think some people look down on sampling just because they don't understand it. You know what I mean? Like if you're not a dude who can play the keys or you can play a guitar, you can do all. Then to me, sampling is your best way out because you're gonna have what we got now in hip hop. You got a lot of 90% of the beats out there sound empty. They got like 3 sounds. They got a fucking kick, a snare, and a cowbell. I lost about 6 or 7 records to sample clearances. You know what I'm saying? But it's a chance you got to take. We lost about 6 or 7 records, but we also had 68 records that's been put out. Yeah, we had 68 records. Oh yeah, that don't know. Heatmakerz had 68 records in the stores. I'm not talking about records I did in my basement, and I'm talking about in the stores. So when y'all talk about the producers who really came in, did their thing in 2000, you got to put Heatmakerz in that sentence. If the beat don't feel right while you're making it, then it's not really, to me, it's not going to be anything. You know what I'm saying? Like, I like to hear something first and then really fall in love with it before I even touch it. As far as like, before I really, like I like to hear the sounds, and the sounds gotta grab me. If I just start making a beat out of nowhere, then it's like, I'm just reaching. You know what I'm saying? Like if I really sat down and showed you my 100% process of how I put a beat together is, I run through tons of records. Like if you look around where I'm at now, you know, like, you see all the records, man. Like all these records I have for years, but I'll come early in the morning and I'll just run through different records, listen to maybe about 60, 70 records until I find something that's really like, okay, yeah, I can deal with that. Then the process will start. This isn't like the Hit Factory, but it'll sound just as good. You know, for people that don't know, you don't gotta go to the big studios to get that sound. You just gotta have the right equipment, you know what I'm saying? And it's not about, like, if you got a mic, make sure you got a good compressor for your mic. You know what I'm saying? If you're gonna record on something, make sure you record on something that's compatible with a lot of these big studios, like Pro Tools. Or, like to me, once you record it clean, it's gonna come out clean. You know what I'm saying? Like you can't expect to record something sounding, you know, like everything is peaking and it sounds crazy, and then you expect to mix it and to sound better. It's not really gonna help. You gotta make sure it sounds good from the time that you start to record it. To aspiring producers though, you just gotta hold your ground. Like when I first came in the game, I'm playing. I remember the story specifically. You know what I'm saying? I'm in the car with this. It was this dude who was like my acting manager at the time, but really wasn't. You know what I'm saying? Just for the name's sake, he was my manager. And he had a chick in the car with him. So I come in the car, he's like, yo, let me hear the new beats you got. I put them in. And the chick is like, yo, your beats, they sound too dark. Like, you know, I couldn't party to these. I can't. But she was telling me how I felt. You feel me? Like, when I make a beat on how I feel. Like, my shit was sounding dirty and grimy because I was starving. You feel me? Like, niggas like watching this and they laughing, but I'm dead serious. Like, I was starving. So the beats that I made was me expressing myself through my music. So my thing is to a lot of these up-and-coming producers, when you make music, you're making music because of the way you feel. Don't make music because, okay, Little John got this sound on the radio, you want to copy that. Nah, it ain't about that. You know what I'm saying? Or Cool and Dre got a sound that sound like this, or Swiss got a sound. Nah, it ain't about that. Like, that's how you gonna come with your own style. My beats was soul music that came from the Bronx. Just keep Heatmakerz in your mind. You gonna know what it is already. We made hits for everybody. So now it's time to do it for ourselves.